Hey, you're listening to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 251. Today we get to talk to our great friend Jay Bratton as we delve deep into the Napa Rose. Plus we have the news and some other witty banter, so let's go.
All personnel, clear the launch platform. All personnel, clear launch platform.
The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 251. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, this evening, this afternoon. However it is, whenever it is, we very much appreciate it. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here of the LTP. Sitting to the right of me is the Trailmaster of Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
I'm tired, but hanging in there.
You are tired, but you are marching on.
Yeah, we soldier on.
Yes. Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sitting to the left of me via FaceTime is the very lovely Becky. How's it going?
Hey, good. I am the opposite of tired right now. I'm actually refreshed and relaxed since we are at the beach.
Yeah, well, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Look at Becky just taking a break from her beach party to hang out with us.
I know, right? We should be so lucky.
There's nothing else I'd rather do, especially coming off of our last recording. It filled me with a lot of joy.
Well.
Yeah.
Yes. Still.
Yeah.
Before I get to that, though, we want to say welcome to the Leaving Today podcast. We are an open and honest Disneyland podcast, and we hope that you'll take time and listen to us wherever you are on your Disney journey. There's some choices out there, but we're very thankful that you want to spend time with us. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope you find the water to be warm. We like to think of, or you can think of us as your favorite Disneyland friends you have not met yet. To get a hold of us, you can follow us on Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast. That's part like the best way, and you can DM us there. Yeah, we also have a website, of course, Leaving Today Podcast and .com, and you can support the show that way if you want via Patreon. All of that helps. But that's about all the plugging I do for that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I should do more of that, but who knows? But if this is not your first time, welcome home. It's very good to be here. It's very good that you are here joining us. Today is episode 251. I guess the new chapter. It feels like we crossed a chapter last week.
It does.
Some sort of barrier that we could actually prove ourselves. But here we are. Yeah. What else was I going to say about that? Just real quick, if you're listening to our voices, I just want to say thank you, or any podcast, because you are supporting independent arts, independent thoughts. And any podcast you listen to, just understand that it's made with love and it's made with a sense of trying to build a community. Yeah.
100%. And I will, without going into 250 too much, I think when we talk about that was one of the reasons why we've always found it important to make sure you're out there talking to people, communicating with people, and opening yourself up to new ideas, because you never know. You never know the people that you can meet. You never know what you can find out. You never know the mysteries that will be like, holy crap, I didn't know. And 250 really galvanized that, I think, for all of us, that by communicating and talking and just being open with each other, you're going to find some awesome people. So I encourage everybody, please, listen to the independent voice. Listen to those podcasters. Listen to those people who are just talking and being themselves, and open your mind, and you're probably going to find there's a lot of cool people out there.
Yes, very, very, very well said. Very well said. Becky, any thoughts about 250? After,
Oh man,
yeah.
it touched me so much. Like I realized how much joy the podcast brings to a lot of people, how much it brings to us individually, and like you were just talking about, being in the room with all of us last week and hearing from listeners, we are so different, or maybe in different chapters of life, but there is so much togetherness we have and so much in common. Like
Tuki,
outside
are you
of
happy
that,
that you're a cat living here?
it was interesting too having Tim there
Tuki, do
because
you
he
like
never hears. The
Mitter,
only
your
thing he ever
brother, more
hears
than your
is,
sister
you know,
Osuna?
clips from our show or something about Disney. He
That's the
doesn't
first one,
hear
isn't it?
necessarily the banter. And I was curious what he would think after
Right.
we left. And he said he, like every single person, he's like, I want to hang out with them or do something with every person,
Uh-huh.
not even outside of this. Like he just had a lot of fun listening, and he said that it actually touched him just hearing different stories and like your brother talk Udi, and I don't know, I feel really revived after that.
Yeah, that's well said.
Mark and I have had a few conversations since that recording and since the release, and we were able to go meet Terrence.
Shout out to Terrence
on
Holy
Wednesday,
cow. Holy cow.
I will say that it was an honor and a pleasure to meet you, my friend. I told you that, but I want to say it again. I want to put it down for posterity. So. Thank you for coming out and hanging out, but it has been such a thing where we have not stopped running into people like that. And it just feels like we recorded 250, we went through everything, and we hung out, and it was just amazing. You hear all the love and support from people that you don't. And you always wonder, like, is anyone really hearing? And then when you have that feedback coming back, like, yeah, we are, that was something that I wasn't ready for. And then it just kept on flowing. We met Terrence, and then I'm just like, this is crazy, man. Like, I can't get over how lucky I am, and I can't get over how great it is that we've gotten all to know each other, and we've all met, and we've all hung out, and we all can hang out. And this is what I keep on saying. The beauty of humanity and the beauty of this country is that we don't need to focus on the stuff we disagree on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we focus on the things that we agree on, and we are able to communicate with each other. And when we disagree, we go, okay, we're going to disagree, and we just move on from that. The unity that you can feel is something that it's there if you want to just plug into it.
Yeah.
If you just choose to go like, I want to be part of that, it's right here. And that just really galvanized last show. And it's just been reinforced. I will tell you, I had my best friend send me a message. I shared it with Mark. And it wasn't even pertaining to that, but it felt like so timely. Like, just like I said, when the stuff just starts vibing, for lack of a better way to put it, everything just kind of harmonizes. And I was just like, and she sent it to me, and I read it, and I just, like, in that moment, it was like so timely because it felt like the chapter would close, but in such a positive way.
Yeah.
That it was built like, and like we set a foundation, we set a building up, and now we're going through, we're building within that.
Yeah.
And that's the way it felt. So, yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
It's something else on top of that, which I know to some people this would probably seem like a small thing, but I haven't been on social media, as everybody probably knows by now.
Yep.
But Jacob and Joey both went out of their way to text me happy birthday. And something about that just made me feel so, like, connected.
Yeah.
And I have been blessed, I guess you could say, to have good friendships growing up. But there were a lot of times I feel like I went through maybe some weird transitional times where I'm a little nerdy and I kind of felt scared to embrace who I really am, or like scared that people won't like the little things that I like. But I feel as though have found a community that accepts me as I am.
Awesome.
I don't know, just something about that made me feel really happy.
Jeez.
Yep.
And just so thank you guys if you're listening, which I know for sure Jacob is, but thank you for texting happy birthday because that did make me feel special.
Yeah, that's very kind of those guys, and those are good people too.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they are.
I know. Well, and Joey, I've never met Joey in person. I just know him from the community.
Right.
Well, I meant Joey's goofy. Jacob's good. I love Jacob. Jacob's great.
Yeah, Jacob's just a good guy.
And I can't wait to go to the park with you, Jacob.
Yep.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Terrence, dude, thank you so much for that. That meant everything to us. Just to go out there and hang out with you and talk about music, talk about life, grabbing some beers and some, what'd you guys have, pulled pork or something?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
BLT. It was okay. It was mid, as the kids say.
That's what they're saying these days.
Yeah.
I need you to help me with the lingo.
Okay, I shall do that. But so shout out to Terrence's kids, because I guess Terrence's kids listen,
Yeah.
or he forces them.
I hope you guys can handle it. Hearing us again.
Yeah. So like he said, it's just sort of galvanized what this community is, and I'm absolutely blown away. Like I said, I told you guys when I was mixing the show, I got teary-eyed listening to it again, and it just hit me a lot. We've done a lot of stuff in 10 years, a lot of shows, and it's like, holy cow. So it's really awesome to think about. And I know you were talking about this the other day, and I want to make sure I captured this, because you were just saying, all I do is show up and talk. I don't add much to it, whatever. But what I want to say to that is that the ability, one of your best abilities, Udi, is, and I'm not trying to be funny, is one of your best abilities is your availability. And that means a lot. And I've used that phrase before at work, where, like, I know I'm not always like the best at what I do. I try to be the best, but I'm always there, and I want to learn and I want to add. And I remember telling that to my manager, like, yeah, I don't know everything, but plug me in. I want to help out and do stuff. So you showing up and being a constant voice on the show, what it does is people who listen to it, they get reassured that, okay, every 2 weeks, if they choose to listen to us, Mark and Udi and Becky are going to be on here telling us something. That's how it was with COVID. You know, we made a conscious decision to send out a beacon every 2 weeks. If you're hearing it, great. If not, I'm sorry, but we're going to send the signal out every 2 weeks. And apparently it did connect with people. But what I'm trying to say is that you bring this assurance to people's lives, where every 2 weeks I know I can, relax with my friends, talk about Disneyland or whatever. And it's the same, dude, it is the same concept that Disneyland is built on. It's the design of reassurance. We talked about that with Sam Genoway years ago, of every attraction you're put in peril, but you're going to be okay. Yeah. And I'm going to get reassured. So that is baked into the design of Disneyland. And I'm not saying that's how we are, but I'm saying that you're here every 2 weeks. People go, oh, yeah, I'm going to get pissed off about something Udi's going to say, which is great. Yeah. And what is his take going to be about this? Or how is Mark going to wrangle all these people together? And, and, Becky's going to be positive when everyone else is being negative, and so but somehow it works, and so that's why I wanted to make sure that I captured that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I do also want to say something about. I don't want to talk about myself at all, but when you guys did say the positive comment, that meant so much to me leaving. Even Tim said that was so nice of you to say, and I appreciate it, because something we did talk about is, of course, we all experience life outside of the podcast, and life isn't always like Disneyland. There's sometimes it is, but there have been times, even in the time of doing this, of going through some difficult challenges, and I maybe don't always feel positive on the inside, or I'm struggling with something, and to know that I can, that's like the type of person I do want to be still. And so just to know that that's how I was thought of, like, thank you guys, that meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, you're welcome.
Yeah, you are that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will just say that I'm glad that that we gave you a place for that.
Yeah.
And I think I'll just say a couple more things here. I talking to Mark when we're going. I think we're coming back from meeting up with Terrence, and I said that a couple of comments that were given kind of led to that point of where we've given people a place to come and just be themselves, and that I was super grateful for that. And so when you say that, I mean that kind of reinforces all of that, and I'm glad for everybody listening. If we do that for you, I'm happy. I'm happy that we're able to provide that for you. That's what we do. That's why we keep on going. And then the last thing I want to say is I wanted to thank my brother for coming and hanging out and showing support. He always has. My brother, my big brother, he's my big brother. And so I just wanted to make sure that he hears that again, that you guys hear it too. I want to make sure that it was incredibly, it was an emotional thing for him to say that for me.
Yeah, that's very out of character for Derek.
Yeah, because my brother is my brother, and you guys, I mean, you met my brother. I mean, Mark, I believe knows my brother. My brother is my brother, and
there's two Udis basically.
He's gonna get mad. You said that.
I said that on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you don't expect, like, by looking at him, you don't expect him to come in and have to say what he had to say, or to not to have to say it, but to actually say that out loud. He looks tough.
Yeah,
I don't know. He just had the kindest heart.
Yeah, and that's that's one of the things that my brother always has. Even though people can look at him and make whatever judgment you want on him, you're gonna be wrong. You're gonna be wrong. Yeah. And so it was incredibly impactful because he would give me grief and poke at me and prod at me, podcast. But it was good to hear him see what had we done, and I felt it made me feel proud that my brother, and through extension, I wish my dad could have been here to see that too, because I think he would have been extremely proud of me as well. So it was good to have that. So thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
And not to take us on an emotional roller coaster again, but I think your dad would be very proud of how you brothers are with each other. Yeah. Because that, as a parent, I could only hope that my kids have something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely. Well, again, if this is your first episode, sorry, we had to wax nostalgia for a little bit. But
there's a lot happened, man. A 3-hour show, and I felt like it could have gone on for another. I mean,
of course.
No, I left wishing that we had a weekend away, all of us together.
Well, we can always plan a trip somewhere to Anaheim.
I would not complain.
Can you imagine doing that, and then every night we just sit down around a table, put the mics up, and just talk at the end of the day?
Oh, yeah.
And just talk for an hour or two, and then turn the mics off at one point. Where I know we'll keep on talking, but yeah.
When are we going to be at 300?
It's in 2 years.
I'll do the math. Yeah,
in 2 years. Where was I going with this? Well, people tuned in to talked about Disneyland. And sorry. So I guess if you're just following us now, all of our listeners in Georgia, by the way, hello, shout out.
What's up, Georgia?
Oh,
hi. I did a metrics break. Well, I'm not get into that now, but sorry, there's a lot of content you got to get through, and we just wanted to just recap that real quick. So.
On to the next 250, on to the next chapter. And I feel like we just need to put a nice bow on that and be like, thank you.
Yes. All right, opening question for episode 251. So the $59 ticket is on right now. You can't get it, sold out. But what it is, you can go to the evening hours from 7 to midnight. Mm-hmm. So my question to both of you is, you guys are going to go from 7 to midnight. What is your game plan? Becky, you are not going with your kids. You and Tim are going to go on a date. to the park.
Date night at the park.
Date night at the park. So from 7 to midnight, I want to hear what your strategy is. I mean, are you eating dinner at the park? Are you eating beforehand? Or you just kind of, or both, or snacks? And what are you gonna do?
So going 7 to midnight, we're gonna eat dinner beforehand outside of the park in downtown Disney. We're probably gonna hit up maybe Gordon Ramsay's new spot. Try something new.
If you could get in.
The Carnaby.
If we could get in.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it is date night, you know, maybe something else. But that's what we would, I think, where we would try. If all else fails, maybe Black Tap. And then we're going into the park and we're going to take our time walking down Main Street.
Okay.
And then we're heading straight into Adventureland.
Oh.
And we are going to go that way and wrap around the park. So we're going to hit up Adventureland, go through New Orleans, down through Bayou Country, into Galaxy's Edge, then into Frontierland.
Okay.
And then loop around into some Fantasyland, Tomorrowland.
So
is how we're going to end our time.
But when you say go to the Adventureland, that means you're stopping and going on Jungle Cruise, and you're going to get.
Oh yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
gotcha.
we're going to do Jungle Cruise. I'm still going to do the Tiki Room.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have a Dole Whip for dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you're staying until midnight.
Oh yeah, we're staying till midnight.
So if there's a parade at like 9:30, are you going to the parade?
So I do love a parade, but
Okay.
I think no, because we're date night, we're by ourselves, we're going to just take in everything else around us. However, I would like to be on Thunder Mountain while the fireworks are going off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be my goal.
Yes. Okay. I like that idea.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I mean, I had the same idea. I think I'm not eating dinner in the park. I think I'm going to go to Ballast Point, or I'm going to go like wherever. It depends on who I'm with, the girls or Wendy or something. I would say Gordon Ramsay, possibly, but I would say let's go to Trader Sam's first, maybe,
That's a good one.
and get a little cocktail or a dinner there. Or Black Tap is great. I mean, I'm pretty much open to all those places, but I will be getting a snack inside Disneyland. What it is, probably an ice cream, but like you said, I would just get in on Main Street at like 6:45 and be there for that magic hour. And I will do what I typically do, and that shoot, am I going to meander on Main Street, or am I going to make a beeline to Adventureland?
Meander.
I'm probably going to meander. And I might even get an iced coffee because I want the caffeine to help me go for the next 5 hours. Not that I need it, but I kind of like it.
That's a good idea, though.
I kind of like it. And I'm definitely starting off. I'm spending a lot of time in Adventureland because that's where I think Terrence and I are the only ones that actually like that place at night. Actually, that's not true, but he said that.
Yeah.
But that isn't your spot where you said you wanted to be at night.
No.
Okay,
but I like it there.
I like it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
With the tiki torches going off.
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely, absolutely. So I'm spending time there. If there's not a Phantasmic night, I'm gonna try to ride the Mark Twain.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably get a beignet or a mint julep. Definitely staying on the west side is where I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I will probably meander to Galaxy's Edge and see what the vibe is there. Definitely.
Are you going to go in the treehouse?
Oh, that's a great question. You know what? I have a feeling they close that at night during the fireworks. During the fireworks, they don't.
No.
Oh, then yeah, I'm gonna go up there.
I mean,
I was
no, not that I know of. No,
Okay.
during Phantasmic, they will, yeah.
Yes. During Phantasmic.
Okay, then I will go on it. Yeah, for sure. I totally forgot about the treehouse.
Yep.
And I will probably venture over to Tomorrowland just to see what it's like at night again. Because I was talking about this the other day. Was that may have been with Terrence that Tomorrowland at night back when I was a kid, that was the place to be.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
we were talking about that, yeah.
They always have live music, live bands, and sort of dance party, and all the the neon lights. And Space Mountain was, and then People Mover was always there. And
Yeah.
holy cow, the tides have turned. With
Yeah,
that
the
place.
kinetic energy in
Yes.
that was at night was unlike any other place in the park. If you really think about that, when they had the live music going, you look back and you think about you go into each land individually.
Yeah.
What land at night has any of that energy? Well, none of them now,
Oh, yeah.
but at that point, it was the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love if they did that.
They need to.
They
They
absolutely-
really
Oh,
need to.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
When my parents just went in July, they did have a dance party out there, but it was when it was still a bit light out, and it was characters came out because my mom had pictures dancing with Chippendale.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, kind of that sort of vibe. They were with my nephew, so
Cool,
they were
cool.
doing that.
All right, Udi, what about you?
I'm kind of along the lines with both you guys. I would meander definitely down Main Street because I mean you're going in and it's dark already. So we always say that the park is different at night and it's better at night. And I would do that. I would love going down there and doing my normal routine, which would be going into Adventureland. You know, getting on Indy, then maybe hopping back on the Jungle Cruise. And then definitely you got to hit Pirates as you're going through and Haunted.
Yeah.
So once those are out of the way, then everything else would kind of come up, whatever. I would definitely want to go into Galaxy's Edge and see if we can get it on Rise. Smuggler's Run is an option, but I wouldn't mind watching the fireworks from Galaxy's Edge again. It's amazing. It's great. I recommend everybody do it if you're a Star Wars fan, 100%. The music cues and everything. That is how I'm going to watch fireworks forever. If I'm going to watch them, it's going to be there. And then I'd probably go try to get on Thunder, that kind of thing. Maybe run over to space, and that would be about it. Yeah.
Are you getting a snack?
Maybe, but I'm kind of with you guys with eating before. Because I mean, oh man, a potato sounds good. I didn't have one last time I went.
No.
Oh, those potatoes are really good.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, I don't know. It would be one of those things like maybe, but it wouldn't be active in my mind.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
an ice cream wouldn't be bad.
It's never bad.
It's never a bad thing.
No, never.
Something like that would probably work. But yeah,
Okay.
a nice coffee. You said iced coffee. I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
not a bad idea.
Yeah,
either. Yeah.
I think the iced coffee is actually a great idea.
that is the move.
Yep.
But would you do iced coffee and a mint julep?
No, it would be one or the other. It would be one or the other. I don't think I could do both.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's crazy talk. Right?
They're so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
They're
I
really.
guess it depends if you got one earlier.
I mean, that would be the
and
only way,
spaced
right?
it out.
That would
Yeah,
be the
that'd
only
be the
way.
only way.
Yeah, with a bunch of water in between.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely doing Matterhorn now.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the Matterhorn at night is great.
It's scary at night.
It is.
Yeah, I love it.
It's icy at night.
Yeah. And no, but like that one is great at night. Thunder, another great one at night. Those two at night are
Yeah.
great. And it just completely changed the vibe of the attraction. I mean, just yeah. Because all the other ones are going to be indoors for the most part, you know. That doesn't really change, but those two, yeah, big time.
Yeah, one thing I know for sure is if we got in at like 6:45, the next time I check my watch, it'd be like 9:45.
Yep.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
where did
Yeah.
where did these 3 hours go?
Yep.
What have
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be walking through, and all of a sudden you begin to see everybody queue up for the parade. We're like, oh crap, already.
Yeah.
Or Fantasmic already?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, so to the parade question, I even though it would be like paint the night or something, I am not going to be going to that.
Nope.
I'm going to be spending my time.
Negative Ghost Rider. Negative.
And
Ghost
you
Rider.
still get the good vibes of hearing it, like going on in the background
Yeah.
as you're waiting in line. Like, especially if you're waiting in line for Matterhorn and you can hear it kind of like going by.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, that was the opening question. So now let's go to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
All right, first news item for episode 251. Disney. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I saw this break and I just started laughing. I had the same reaction. That's why I looked over at the email. I'm like, oh, that happened this
Yes.
week.
A Disneyland cast member jumps into Rivers of America in half of uniform. A cast member at Disneyland reportedly jumped into the Rivers of America after throwing in his keys and his walkie-talkie. So he did throw his keys and walkie-talkie into the water and then jumped into the Rivers of America. There's an Instagram reel showing it, and it begins with him already in the water, swimming back to the shoreline. He can be seen wearing pants and shoes, but has taken off his shirt at some point before the video had begun.
He's a sweep, yeah. For
It is
everybody,
not,
yeah.
it's not known if he was disgruntled or if he was simply overheated. Disney reached a high of 90 degrees that day, and it's considered pretty warm for Anaheim. So I don't know. I don't know what the story is with this. I thought it was funny.
Uh-huh.
I think the guy. I'm guessing that he's quitting, or
I would guess. And here's the funny part. The viralness of this already, like, I literally ran in. Somebody made a whole song about this guy already, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, if it was 90 degrees and you can't handle 90 degrees, I'm just gonna go lie here. You're soft, okay?
Well,
you're soft.
but we don't know what's
Handle
going
it.
on with this guy.
No, that's my point. My point is, I would guess he's probably like, that's it, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm going to go out in my way. And as much as I don't like it, because I don't think if you're going to leave a job, you don't do it this way. But
Probably not.
But I kind of got to respect the fact that he went out his way.
He did go out on his own terms.
So I'm very torn with this one because I'm like, not at Disneyland. Please don't do this at Disneyland.
Yeah.
But then at the other end, I'm like, I want to walk over, and if he did, I'd be like, you good? If I would have been there, I would have walked, you good? And then if he would have said anything, I would just tap him on the back and been like, good job. Literally, because I understand both sides of the story.
Sure.
Yeah.
So something must have sent him over the edge.
Yeah, and if you get to that point and you're going to break, then I would recommend, this is just in general, find another job.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Go find another one.
Yeah.
But whenever I first read it and it said after he threw in his keys and walkie-talkie, I thought, what if he just dropped them and went to grab them?
That's what I thought.
Some
But
people,
then he's
yeah.
like, he looks like he's backstroking.
Yeah, no, he's just like, yeah. And funny enough, the song was called One Backstroke. So, yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I mean, I think you guys got to go find it. I was crying. I was crying when I was listening to it. And I'm like, oh my God.
I don't know. Maybe this earned him a promotion.
I highly doubt that.
Okay.
I highly doubt that. But again, like I said, regardless of anything, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Up in the head. You know, I
Yeah.
hope everything's fine. I hope.
Yeah. And in seriousness too, like mental health, you do hope that somebody hasn't cracked.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know, to that extent.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Like I don't, like I said, I've never allowed myself to get there. Like whenever I've gotten close, I'm like, I gotta go.
Yep.
And there's only one job, then Mark knows which one it is, and I was like getting that close. I'm like, and I left.
Yep.
So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, next news item is Disneyland closes bathrooms and restaurants due to low water pressure. Disneyland teams worked quickly to address the brief disruption that temporarily impacted operations throughout the Anaheim theme park resort. A sudden drop in water pressure due to a citywide water issue forced Disneyland, DCA, and Downtown Disney to briefly close bathrooms and restaurants until water pressure could be restored to the Anaheim theme park. The city of Anaheim issued a temporary water pressure advisory at 6:50 p.m. on Tuesday, July 28th. I think Jess was there.
Yeah, she was. Ironically, she messaged us on bathrooms too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The issue involves a handful of Anaheim groundwater wells and technical issues drawing water from them, according to Anaheim advisory. We are offsetting the issue by using additional river water. So let's see here. I think that they were able. They had it under control within an hour. So water pressure issues at the Disneyland Resort were resolved within an hour, and park operations quickly returned to normal. So that's good, but this seems kind of strange. I mean, with everything that could go wrong, I'm surprised things don't go wrong more often.
Well,
true.
when I read that story, and I kind of like, well, okay, let me begin to dig a little bit. And I didn't go too far because at the end of the day,
digging for wells.
Well, yeah, digging for wells. Like,
Okay.
let me help you with the water. I was curious, like, okay, what was the cause of that? And because if you guys haven't been paying attention, in the general Los Angeles area in the last 2 weeks, maybe 3. There's been 3 water main breaks. So I'm like, is that related to this? I know it's further away, and I get like geographically not in the same area from where that was happening, but I was like, huh. I'm glad it got handled, but how do I put it? Disney does an incredible job at making sure these kind of events don't happen throughout their parks. You have to give them all the kudos, because if you understood the infrastructure parts of just running one of the parks, just one, and not only one of the parks, one of the lands within the park alone. You guys, this is where I wish, like I was talking about on the lounge, that I feel like part of what the next chapter of me moving forward with the show is going to be to try to help people understand a little bit further the nitty-gritty of what it takes to get these things done, because a lot of people don't realize it. They don't recognize, like, I just want the park, I want this built, and I want it built now. And I'm like, and I get it, and I completely, because I'm on that train, I'm on that bus going, yeah, I want it right now. But I feel like this is the thing, is like, when this kind of stuff happens, you got to understand this is such a rare occurrence, and it's such a lightning bolt of a strike kind of thing, that you should be happy that it doesn't happen more often. Then the other part of it is there will always be outside factors that will sometimes encroach into our park and into any park. And this is one of them. And without going too far into it, this is why you pay attention to the world outside a little bit. That way you can minimize it possibly creeping into Disneyland and your home away from home and your happy place like that. So, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, next news item is the Happiest Haunts guided tour will make a spectacular comeback next month at Disneyland Resort. And what is it? Becky wants to know. Well, thank you for asking, Becky. It is a one-of-a-kind experience offering chilling stories and thrilling experiences across Disneyland and DCA. It will be available at an additional cost with valid theme park admission, of course. Tours begin on August 21st, with tickets going on sale July 30th. So they're on sale now. In previous years, the tour has lasted through Halloween, and tickets can be purchased online and are $130 per person. And the tour lasts 2 hours and includes Halloween history and Disney-inspired tales, Lightning Lane entry to Haunted Mansion Holiday, access to the reserved viewing area for Halloween Screams, a nighttime spectacular, a delicious retreat. It's a delicious treat. Happiest Haunts Dirtworm Crispy, and a commemorative. So for some reason, that got a chuckle out of Becky. Happiest Haunts Dirtworm Crispy. Okay. Okay. A commemorative.
I'm picturing me trying to sell this, like, Tim, we need tickets, but we get a Dirtworm Crispy.
Sure.
Be like, I'll crisp up a worm for you.
Yeah, there you go. And finally, a commemorative Disney's Happiest Haunts guided tour key, which I'm sure opens many doors on the resort.
Yeah.
So the good, I'm glad they offer these things to people that want a little extra, a little spice to their life, to their trip. This isn't something I would probably want. And while there are tours that would seem interesting to me, this one does not for some reason. But I don't want to rain on anyone's parade. What say you?
Yeah, I'm with you with that. The fact that I saw this coming, I'm like, it sounds kind of cool.
Kind of.
But then I always look at the price tag, like, but is it going to be worth whatever they want to charge? And I always hit it. I'm like, no, not to me.
I see it. I think that it looks really cool.
Okay.
I would love to do one of these sometime.
Yeah.
And not necessarily this one in particular, although I do like that you do get the Lightning Lane to Haunted Mansion. Not that would by any means be my reason. and I do like that you get a viewing area for
Yes.
the fireworks.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
to me like builds into the price. It just would be timing wise because of the fact of not getting to go there as often. And then of course I wouldn't take the kids on this. I would want to do this by myself.
Yeah.
Just by yourself, you would go with Tim?
Well, no, I mean I would go with Tim, but
Oh.
I guess I'm thinking someone has to stay with the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, type of
Yeah.
thing, like that dynamic. If we were there by ourselves, I actually think he would love to do a tour. He doesn't know it yet, but I think he would love that because he loves hearing history and
Oh yeah.
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 and information like that. I think that he would find that very enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm with Mark. Like, I like that they do this. I like that they're adding because we've been saying it for quite a lot of time now that connecting with the history of the park and with Walt, we need to do that. We can't let that go away. We
Right.
need to be able to look back and go like, hey, this is how it began. This is what happened in between where we are now, you know, and then. And we can get a deeper appreciation by being able to look back. So anytime they do anything where you go back in the history of whatever it could be, I think it's incredibly important. I mean, we know a lot of it. So for us, it's not quite like we get kind of like the nerdy, geeky part, like, oh, because we get to go do that. But at the end of the day, like the information, I'm sure we would find out some things that we don't know. But most are gonna be like, yeah, okay, we know. But that's kind of, this is meant more for the people who maybe aren't so deep into it as we are, and let them explore and learn more. I'm all for it, and I hope more people will do that. That's why I always look at the price point. I'm like, can you drop it just a little bit? Because I think if you did, you did, I think you would get more people. And again, we go back to the fact of like making that core memory, making that core that how do you ever want to put it, that piece in your brain that never goes away. It just feeds into the whole thing going down the entirety of your life, really, and then your family and so on and so on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I want to be supportive of this. I think 130 is a little bit much, too much for this. It's interesting though. It says it goes across DCA and Disneyland, so I imagine you need a valid theme park hopper ticket that day too. I guess.
Maybe not. Maybe they'll make that allowance for it because you're not going to be necessarily going onto attractions for DCA
True.
or whatever, whichever one you're going to be going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
Yeah.
I would like to know the answer.
Yeah, which again makes this one a little bit more enticing because they're going deeper into the whole thing in the entire resort area, right?
Yeah.
So DCA has its own connection with the Halloween time.
Yep.
So that again, this is the beauty of this one that makes it even more enticing for me. Is like, oh man, they're going deep into and they're covering more than just Disneyland.
Yeah. It'd be nice if they give you like something more to eat besides like crispy or crispy.
It's only a couple hours, and that's kind of the point of it, though.
Well, but okay, let's say but what I'm saying is, they could say during the Halloween Screams, you get invited to a dessert party. So like, let's say
They'll
you and
never
I
do that for that price point.
Let's say you and I went from 4 to 6. Well, the Halloween party or the Halloween Screams is probably 9:30. So we'd come back and go into a special gated section, and then there's like they serve drinks or not alcohol, but like ghoulish punch or some nonsense like that.
Even like some sort of special hot chocolate.
Yes.
Watch the fireworks.
A scary hot chocolate.
That.
Then that would be easier. If they added that and then made that 140, would you go do that?
140. So not,
I mean, because you're adding 140 onto your ticket already.
Yeah, but then they're adding more. See, that's kind of my point. I'm like,
No.
I get what you're saying, but I'm like,
I don't think
I'm looking at the hard part of it. Is like they're not going to do that.
No, they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why for what you get, I'm thinking, hey, you can shave off $10-15 per person for what we're currently getting, and I
Yes.
still think they're making a decent profit margin, because
course
really
they
what
are.
you're doing, you're paying for whatever it takes to get the little, the little knickknacks and stuff in the food, not super pricey. And then, whatever you're currently paying a plaid, the specific plaid is what you're going to charge, what you're going to pay, for the 2 hours, which it's already incorporated into the cost of operation because they're working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And for me personally, too, the commemorative key does sound cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
sure that that's a cool keepsake. But I would love a hat, I think,
yeah.
or a shirt.
Yeah.
And that would feel like a little more value
Yeah.
for me personally.
For sure. Well, I'll tell you, if there's like a tour that does like behind the scenes Jungle Cruise or Matterhorn, I'm paying $130 for
I
that.
know.
And I'm happily doing that.
Well, no, and that's kind of the point with these. Like, the people who are hardcore Halloween people are going to be like,
Yeah.
done. Sign me up. Let's go. Because
Yeah.
it's really what they're into.
If there's one for Rise of the Resistance that did this,
Depends.
okay,
That would get me going, though. That would get me, like, if they did, okay.
you would at least think about it.
I would definitely, if they did that for Rise, and maybe Galaxy's Edge, and did this kind of thing for Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
And then they added, like, the little pin or the key or whatever, like a little mini light, whatever, and then
You're gonna get a special Ronto wrap.
I would do it. I would do it at that point. Yeah.
I would too.
Well, not around to wrap. But
I'm messing around with you.
No, if you literally, okay, let's go real quick. So if they did Halloween, okay, so you get Jedi tales and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Stories of the light side and the dark side. Lightning Lane entrance to Rise of the Resistance and Smugglers.
Yeah.
Cool. And then reserve seating. So if they cut off a certain area for the fireworks, done.
Yeah.
And then a treat and a commemorative pin or something, done. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
done. I'd go.
Yeah. I think
I'd
I'd
go.
be into that too. Okay.
And for that price point as well.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And then for Becky, they'll give her a hat,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Next news item: the sailing ship Columbia and Davy Crockett's Explorer canoes at Disneyland are currently only operating on weekends. I don't like this. The sailing ship Columbia and Davy Crockett Explorer canoes, I guess their seasonal operation is not. This is not unusual during slow periods. Sailing ship Columbia is open from 11 a.m. to 3:30 on Saturdays and Sundays until August 15th. When it returned to daily operations for the foreseeable future. The Explorer Canoes is open from 10 to 5 on Friday through Sunday, and it too will resume daily operations starting on August 14th. As always, operations of both attractions could change due to weather. I would assume that these, especially the canoes, would be full bore every day in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Because this doesn't scream me like a fall winter activity.
No.
But I don't know. I had no idea that they were. It's not unusual for them to close it down during the weekdays.
Yeah. I didn't know that either.
So does this strike you guys as odd?
Well, I think this
Columbia,
could open up a
yeah.
whole can of worms. Yeah. Oh, Columbia, 100%. But even the
Well, it opens up a can of dirt worms, Becky.
yes, a can of crispy dirt worms.
Yes.
For sure. Because it like things are I think things have greatly shifted. Because my mindset was always July was a busy time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it just is not now. And I know it opens up a can of worms because this is a lot of stuff he's been talking about for a very long time. So I find that interesting because I would think summer, that's just a activity that calls you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see that, and what's better than being out there on a summer day
Yep.
Right.
going around the river?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in either one, in a canoe or on the sailing ship Columbia.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. I feel like, I mean, this isn't out of the norm apparently. I don't know how surprised I am, but going back to what Becky was saying, I still feel like the shift is happening in the park very quietly, very unassumingly. That attendance is lower, people are not as going as much, and I feel all those kind of things are there if you want to look at them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm not going to necessarily equate or that with this, but it makes me kind of just scratch my head a little bit, like, Yeah, it makes me think. It makes me think.
It makes me think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guests are thinking, too, if they want to come in and experience the park at the price point that's being offered.
Yeah. So we will continue to look at how everything is evolving. And you guys, if you guys can't look right now and look at the park and the company as a whole and see how everything is turning, I beg you, please look. Please begin to look. You don't have to be happy about everything. You don't have to be agreed with everything, but just take a moment and look. There's a lot of good things happening within the company. You just got to look.
Yep, there are.
You just got to look.
For sure. All right, so now some positive news here is Arthur and Sons Pearl Roadside Barbecue. The construction for this is apparently it's underway now because there are some pictures of steel elements apparently outlining buildings and rooms. And of course, this is the new restaurant that's going to be replacing the Tortilla Joe's spot, which permanently closed in 2024. So it's been over two years now that it's been closed, and this is where we are for some reason or another. But it looks like progress is being made. We talked about this the other night on LTP Lounge in depth. So if you want to go into that, that's exactly a good reason why to check out LTP Lounge, because we go into depth about this and what phase we are, and Udi breaks it down nicely as far as the plumbing goes. Because I think we can see the plumbing right now.
Yeah.
And this really is the second level because there was the basement underneath this particular building.
Correct.
But what I found curious about the article, and it was from WDWNT, is that Arthur and Sons and Pearls are scheduled to open later this year. So that's interesting.
What?
Yeah, that's what it says. So I don't know.
Not happening.
We are in August now, so we've got 4 months.
Not happening.
No, I bet you by December it's gone vertical in this frame. But
that would be so for everybody who go look at the picture. But let me describe it real quick for you guys, real quick. You can see there's plumbing, and you guys probably have heard me talk about more than once about the underground, and that is what you can actually see the underground. So when you have that, you obviously know there's no slab ready to go up vertical yet. So they need to do that. They need to set that. So just a real short process. Once the plumbing is inspected and passed, then you get the green light to pour. Then you pour. Then that pour has to set, and then that has to get inspected and passed. At that point, then plumbers will typically begin to pressure test, or can begin to pressure test their plumbing to make sure it survived the pour, make sure there's no gaps, there's no leaks or anything, because if there is a leak there, that's when they take the opportunity to dig, find it, fix it, and redo it. So the process is super slow. It can be. Once that is done, then the vertical, again, not knowing what they're going to use, I'm assuming it's going to be steel, metal, that can go quickly. That actually can go quickly. If you look at any project and I've described before, they're probably going to be prefab, boom, 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 begin to drop in there.
Well, the Gordon Ramsay building and Earl Sandwich
Went up quick.
Yeah, went up quick.
Went up quick. Then the interior is going to be the real nuts and bolts of that. So this is no way happening in 4 months. Probably maybe 8 months if I'm being generous. If I'm being generous, though, I'm being really generous with that.
So spring of 2027, possibly.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's where I would lean at.
I would also think that even once it's up and you've got decor going, they have to spend some time working on the menu.
Oh, that's probably already done.
That's been going on already.
Yeah, that's
that is in another kitchen, wherever the kitchen is, where they have their staff and their chef, whoever it's going to be. They're already working. They've been working on that for a while.
But there's training and stuff like that.
Well, 100%. But all that, but the beauty of it though, that can all be done off site.
Yes.
And get everybody prepared.
So that would be it wouldn't be unheard of for that to be going on off site.
Correct.
Working on staffing.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know this is way too long. It's been two years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But I should be more upset about it, but I am not. I guess. But I am looking forward to it. I'm trying to be positive, and I'm looking forward to when this comes out and we can go check out. I really want to try out the bourbon bar with you, Rudy, and just so we can.
Yeah.
Maybe get a steak and bourbon.
Well, I'm I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping they're going to have a flight of bourbons where we can just sit down and you and I can sit down and whoever else wants to accompany us, obviously.
Maybe Tim.
Maybe Tim.
Yeah.
And then
Conductor.
sit down and have just a flight of bourbons
Jay?
and just sip through them and have a good time.
I want to go with Jay.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, yeah, so and I'm looking forward to it. I didn't mean to be talking over you. I just got all worked up. Next news item. We talked about this on Georgia's show here.
Yeah.
The 70th anniversary celebration, which is now wrapping up. In a few days, reported the dismantling of the statue, which was in the Esplanade. So it's no longer available. In fact, it's all gone.
It's gone.
So that
gone,
mobile
goodbye.
that thing is all gone. Officially, by the time this show comes out, the 70th anniversary will be over, which is August 9th.
Destroyed by the Empire.
Gone. Destroyed by the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And you know what? That's fine. They had a good run, and I'm surprised someone didn't want to buy this thing.
Maybe.
Maybe someone will. Maybe it'll show up on auction. But
Yeah.
I do hope, and we talked. I don't want to go in a rabbit hole about any of this stuff, but with the Eastern Gateway project starting up, I hope that they take this time and reimagine the Esplanade and maybe throw a fountain or some trees or some greenery, some benches in the middle.
They're not gonna.
Okay.
Well, without going and
Mr. Cheery.
No.
over
And
here.
let me explain why they can't. Not that they don't want to, but they can't because of how they're gonna have to redirect. The Esplanade is already valuable
Yes.
real estate.
Yes.
When they do what I feel they're going to do, it's going to become even more valuable. So flat square footage is going to be more important than
Got a premium, yeah.
than a fountain.
Okay, you're right.
As much as I love the idea of a fountain.
Yes.
I love the idea of a fountain, greenery, something in that middle area because it's so barren.
Yes.
But I don't think they're going to be able to do that with what I feel they're going to be doing.
Okay.
So that's why I said no.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Becky.
It also does. Sorry,
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but it also does make me excited because I have a Halloween trip coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I know that now, although it's early, and I still agree it's early right now, I'm glad we're shifting. I'm excited for the shift into Halloween.
Yeah.
Because I'm very excited for our trip.
Good. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you should be. For
Yeah.
sure. No, I was just going to ask Becky if you would like to see that Esplanade reimagined somehow.
Oh, yeah. I think when you're talking about a fountain and benches
Or
and that
trees.
sort of, or a tree, like any of that sort of thing, I love that.
Yeah.
I would love to sit out there,
Mm-hmm.
like even to kind of start my day, like sit down on a bench, make sure the stroller's organized and,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
I could totally picture just sitting out there, or you're starting your trip and you're a little early. I don't have an annual pass, so I'm not going into the park, just to sit out there and kind of people watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that, those vibes.
Yeah, absolutely. But Becky, our dreams have been crushed by Udi. So
You're welcome.
that was a quick.
Thanks, Udi.
That was a quick, snap answer from Udi. Nope.
Well,
What?
I'll put a bright bow on it. It's going to be in the service of things that we're really going to like. though.
Yes, you're correct.
Okay.
All right. So last news item here. Let's wrap it up with some interesting stuff. Is seasonal Disneyland popcorn buckets are available now or will be soon. The Haunted Mansion Ghost popcorn bucket will be available at both Disneyland Park and DCA
I want that.
for a limited time beginning August 13th. Popcorn bucket can be found at the following locations at Disneyland Park: Harbor Gallery, Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, popcorn at Frontierland, popcorn at New Orleans Square. Guests can also pick up Haunted Mansion Hatbox Ghost popcorn bucket at DCA at Grizzly Peak Airfield and popcorn near Carthay Circle Restaurant. I
want one.
don't think they should be selling those in DCA.
I agree, but I
That
want one.
seems
I
strange.
agree.
Well, I'm sure you can ask someone. We've got friends that are there multiple times a week.
I'm going to be asking yes. You're
Okay,
welcome.
cool. And then we also saw the King Carousel moving popcorn bucket. Jay has that one. Jay and his wife Denise have that one, and that is a Magic Key Holders version. That's going to be available until August 17th.
That one is pretty cool, though.
Yes.
It is. I actually love that one. And I know it's the King Arthur's Carousel, but that does always make me think of Mary Poppins, which is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
And so I really have like a spot for this one.
Oh, good. Awesome. Yeah, I like it too. And then this one, our friend Conductor has this one. This is Sam the Eagle Popcorn Bucket. It sells for $18.79. That is a very strange price and can still be found around Disneyland. It was last spotted at these locations: Refreshment Corner, Clarabelle's Hand Scooped Ice Cream, Smoke Jumpers Grill, Popcorn at Grizzly Airfield. Okay.
Yeah.
That one's kind of cool.
I like it. I mean, I wouldn't get it, but I like it.
You like the Sam the Eagle one?
Yeah, I do. Because it reminds me, I mean, not only is it the patriotic part of it, but it's Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you're a Muppets person. I do think it
Growing
should
up.
sell for like $17.76.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Price.
And it looks like, see, there's one for Bullseye Popcorn Bucket to celebrate.
That's cute.
Yeah, that one's kind of cool. I don't need to tell you where they're at. And then there's the Cars Lightning McQueen Bucket to celebrate Cars' 20th anniversary.
Very cool. Lights up.
That one is really cool, too. Yeah.
It is.
And then, of course, the Lewis Sipper is available for $30.
I'm good. No, thank you.
Okay. And then Bluey, who is that?
Bluey, yeah.
Yeah, that's Bluey.
Bluey's Best Day Ever Sipper for $23 or $22.49.
Those are going to fly out of that park.
Yes.
Yeah, if that one is there when we go, it would be very hard to say no to that.
Yeah.
Well, that's at the
It's
Troubadour
very
Tavern.
cute.
Yep. You should
Troubadour.
go there. Yep.
Troubadour.
What did I say?
Troubadour.
Oh, okay.
No,
you
I'm
said it.
reiterating. I'm pushing it so it sticks in Becky's head, like Troubadour
And
Tavern. That way she has to go buy it.
And while you're there, Becky, you can set yourself up with a baked potato.
Yup.
Yeah, well, I do plan on seeing Bluey's Best Day Ever
Good.
while we're there. Yeah.
Good. All right, and the last one is what is this guy?
Gary the Snake.
Gary the
Oh,
Snake.
you don't know because you've never seen Zootopia.
Gary the Snake. Sipper from Zootopia 2 for $27.79.
I love this one.
This is a sipper?
I saw it.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
sure
a
I saw it,
sipper.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I like it too. I don't think I'll get a sipper, but
You know, one day, Mark, you'll actually watch the Zootopia films and be like,
I will
oh, yeah,
watch
these
it.
are pretty good.
Yeah. I'll watch
you
it.
need to watch the Zootopia film.
Okay, I will.
Both
I
of them
will.
are pretty good.
Okay, well, that's the news, and oddly enough, we did not talk about Coco or Avatar, so that's shocking. But
Yeah, you had to bring it up, though.
But don't worry, next episode we will, because it's going to be all D23 related. I know that.
Oh, man, next
I can't-
one is going to be
Yeah.
Nutto.
I can't believe we're already there.
Oh, we are.
I feel like I need to prep everybody because we're going to be
Prep
running.
and landing.
We're going to be kind of all over the place coming up with D23 stuff.
Yeah.
So just kind of pay attention. We're going to be on our channel going live. We're going to be on Conductors going live. We're going to be with George probably going live at some point. So we're going to be on the YouTube space going kind of bonkers with that.
Yeah.
And then obviously we're going to have our own stuff here, and we're going to bring in people to talk about here. So everybody buckle up, put the helmet on, put the seatbelt on, because I have a feeling it's going to get a little bit crazy, get a little bit nutty.
Nutty, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I'm here for.
And yeah. Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, we got to talk about George real quick.
Yeah. We cannot forget our good friend, the Disney Italiano.
All right, so yeah, let's check in with our segment from George, the Disney Italiano.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Walking the Park with the Disney Italiano. Today, I just wanted to bring up to you that as we speak, we're starting to see a lot of the 70th anniversary decor at Disneyland is starting to be removed, especially with the centerpiece that's in the Esplanade. They started taking it down little by little until eventually there is nothing no more. So The next time that I go to Disneyland, after seeing it for almost 2 years, that centerpiece for the 70th anniversary will be no longer. At the time of this recording, the final day for the 70th anniversary will be August 9th. That was also going to be the date that Paint the Night was supposed to go away, but they decided to keep it around for another couple weeks, I believe until the 20th, after D23 is over, just to give people enough time and a chance to see it before it goes away, because we don't know if it's going to come back, if it's going to come back in a different way, if we're going to get a whole nother parade. I personally think that any Disney castle park needs to have a parade, especially a night parade. If I had to pick and choose, I would take a night parade over a day parade any day. Although I will say I do love Magic Happens, which is the day parade that went away. I remember there was a time where we had both kind of parades. We had a day parade and a night parade, so I don't know why they couldn't do Magic Happens and Paint the Night. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, Paint the Night will be going away after August 20th for all the D23 people that are coming for the convention. They have a chance to see it if they didn't already. I do know that last night, that last performance of Paint the Night is probably going to get pretty packed. Because again, we don't know if we're going to see it and for how long. And then, of course, around the rest of the resort, again, they're starting to take on the decor little by little to make way for future, milestone anniversaries, which the next one we are anticipating for is the 75th anniversary of Disneyland. And to what a lot of people are saying, that's going to be a much bigger, grander anniversary event than the 70th was. So I think that's why the 70th was kind of a little bit lackluster in that sense, because they're saving all the hype for the 75th anniversary. But in any case, that is the little Disney tidbit I wanted to bring to you guys as an update that the 70th anniversary is no longer going to be upon us. It will be going away on August 9th, and then Paint the Night will be going away shortly after on August 20th. But I will catch you guys on another episode of Walking the Park with the Italiano as part of the Leaving Today podcast, and I will see you guys later. Italiano out.
Yeah. So George, thanks again for sending that in. I love that pulse of the park sort of thing that we get, and we talked about that briefly in the news about that going away. And again, Paint the Night goes away August 20th. Yep. So I love that. So I don't know. What are you going to say about that?
Well, I mean, I'm going to invite everybody to go on over to his channel, because we go in depth. We actually have like an hour and a half, I think, show. Where we're recording. We went in depth into both of those topics and a couple other. So good. I'm glad that the 70th is moving on. I'll give a brief synopsis of my thoughts. My deeper thought is I kind of am over the yearly celebrations, like we're going to celebrate every year kind of thing. I think it takes away from the overall uniqueness of it and the how special. So I would prefer that they did birthday month and call it a day until you hit a big milestone like 75, like 80. Yeah. Maybe every 5 years would be okay, and then go ham on it, go crazy. Yeah. So, then being parades, I'm not a parade guy. You guys all know that. I never have admitted to being a parade guy because I'm not. And I feel but I am also one of the people who go but it needs to be there. The kinetic energy that it brings, and and then the joy that it brings so many people, not me, but other people. I don't, whatever. But but I won't take that away from the people who love parades and are all about them. Man, I'm glad that is there for you to connect to the park in a different way than I do. So they definitely need to keep that kind of going. The parades have become integral part of park operations, and they shouldn't take those away.
No.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about that, Becky?
I fully agree about the parades. I'm really hoping. Well, I was kind of hoping that they'll say we're going to keep paint the night like through Labor Day or a little bit longer into the year, extend it, just because I do think that it brings so much energy to the park, and you're kind of like as far we'll have Halloween screens, but they're not going to have a Halloween parade. They're not having one at Oogie Boogie. I feel like we need something, and that would be a hope from D23 is that if we're not keeping paint the night, that we are getting some sort of night parade because the energy that it brings is just like, to me, that's almost worth admission into the park. It's that good for me. So I would love to see that. I don't know. I agree. I feel like it should be a standard that there's some sort of night entertainment such as that, and with just I don't know, just add the variety, because like Woody said, some people aren't going to sit and watch it every time, but just to hear that energy going on in the back, plus it kind of contains some crowds.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
All right, and I totally agree with both you guys on that too. I don't have any way to argue against it or anything like that. All right, well, that was the news. So now let's go to our feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
All right, LTP family, now is our feature presentation. Our next guest really needs no introduction. He's been a longtime contributor to the LTP. He's been in the podcast. He's a podcasting legend as far as I'm concerned, and love to call him I'm very honored to call him a friend. His insights and opinions about the park and the food are things that I actually do take to heart. I love to listen to him. But most of all, I enjoy calling him a friend. I feel honored for that. So whenever there's food-related stuff, he comes on and talks about stuff, and I find it to be very insightful and enjoyable, and I know you guys love him too. It's our very good friend, Mr. Jay Bratton. Hey, Jay.
Hey, guys. Hope everybody's doing well today, and thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, dude, welcome. Anytime you want to talk about stuff,
thank you.
You're more than welcome. I was telling Udi, I'm so glad he finally got to meet you a couple months ago at. It was DC, right?
Well, that's where we kind of hung out. Yeah.
Oh no, you met him.
I met him
on Main Street
at the hub.
Yes, at the hub.
Yeah. I'm gonna remember that.
So weird. It was like just kind of serendipitous in a way, because I forgot you guys were going to be at the park that day. So just when we were walking on Main Street and then you called us out, I was just like, oh, dang. That was just that was a shocker, man. And then, for Udi to be there at the same time, I mean, that was just, it was meant to be.
100%.
It was. I'm never ever going to forget that either. I had just gotten into the park, I had my iced coffee. I'm sitting at the hub, and I go, you know what? I want to record this moment so that, when months from now, whatever, when I'm at work and it's hot and I'm tired, I'm going to go, okay. And I was going, here I am. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock on Friday. I'm in Disneyland. The music's going to have my iced coffee. And I pan over to the right, and I go, is that Jay's wife? Well, I go, oh, Jay's here. And then I stopped it. I stopped my recording. Well, Jay Bratton. That's great.
So awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, so Jay went on a recent trip, and I think it may have been highlighted by Napa Rose. And I know that this is a restaurant that I was very curious about. In fact, the one show Udi was not on, I think there's only been on one. Becky and I actually went through and talked about this, and
we did.
And we left more curious about it than we started. So I'm very interested about Jay's opinion about it, and so we will get through that review. But he sent us a bunch of other pictures that we can actually talk about. So you started your day off at the park. It says it's the DLR wedding anniversary.
So my wife and I, we got married on 66, so Stitch Day. It was just kind of, it was just kind of a coincidence. Because the reason why we chose 626 is because that's the area code where my wife lives, where before she was my wife, she, the area code for her area was 626, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna forget our wedding anniversary with that date.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, yeah. So anyways, yeah, so that worked out well. And it was a 2010, so it's just like an even number. So I know it's easy to do the math in terms of like which anniversary we're celebrating. So.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it. Love
Very
it.
well played. Well played.
Yeah, well, I think ahead, man. I think ahead. I plan.
Yes, he does. He's a planner. So you spent the day in the park, and then you capped it off going to dinner at Napa Rose, right? Is that how I'm kind of reading the tea leaves here?
Correct. Yeah. So we started our day at Disneyland and just kind of walked around. We didn't have like an agenda or whatever. Just the only thing I wanted to try because I've been meaning to try for a long, long time is the Ronto wrap in the Galaxy's Edge.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so that I provided a picture. But before we get there, I just want to say, man, I don't know if you guys noticed the flower market, the way that they have it decorated now. Did you guys notice that when you made the trip last?
I did not.
No, because sadly, I don't look that.
Back in the day, Disneyland actually sold real flowers, and it was like kind of trippy. You know what I mean? Like they're sort of doing like an homage to the past, and it's awesome that they're doing it. It's really nostalgic, and I was kind of taken aback when I saw it in the beginning, and I was like, wait, are they gonna sell flowers again? And then it turned out no, they just wanted to kind of spruce up the area, that type of thing.
Yeah, I love that.
What's funny, and what's funny is that they used to have a little ice cream shop back there where the lockers are.
Oh, really?
And
Yes.
they would open it periodically, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen them like have that open for years now. So it's been probably I don't know, maybe a decade or something like that.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so I don't know if they'll ever bring it back. Probably not. But just kind of interesting what they're doing with that area. And and then afterwards, it's just we happen to stumble upon the Dapper Dans, and they were on at the edge of the castle with the horse drawn carriage.
Oh yeah,
horse drawn trolley or whatever. Unfortunately, the Mr. Horse had an accident, so they had to kind of they had to put the trolley out of commission for a minute, because they had to clean him up. So, anyways, but it happens. It's a live animal, right?
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
And then afterwards, we went to Galaxy's Edge, like I said, and I tried the Ronto wrap because a lot of people had positive things to say about it, and I got it. It was okay. It's like scrambled eggs with cheese and the Ronto hot dog or whatever, the sausage, and it was. I mean, what made it was the sausage itself. Nothing else is special. I mean, the eggs are overcooked and rubbery, just like the way they normally cook their eggs at Disneyland. And the cheese is just the generic stuff that you buy at the grocery store, cheddar flavor. But yeah, would I get it again? Probably not. I mean, it's just unless I was super hungry.
I do.
We also, I wanted to show you this one. I kind of is like a viral thing right now. It's a drink, cold brew that they are selling at Docking Bay 7.
Yes.
Okay.
My daughters love this thing.
Have you guys heard about this?
Yeah, my daughters get it all the time when we go.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was our first time trying it, and so yeah, it's the Black Calf cold brew.
Yeah.
And I'm not a coffee guy, as you know, but I still give it a shot. And I was like, okay, well, all right then, whatever. It's just, but my wife enjoyed it a lot, and the Cocoa Puffs are okay. I mean, it added a nice little textural element to it, but I don't know, man. It just, I'm not really the best judge to evaluate cold brews or anything with coffee in it, because it's just not my up my alley.
Was it really? Was it sweet?
Said, my wife enjoyed it. It was pretty sweet. It's like like let's say I'd say the same sweetness level as if you had like Cocoa Puffs in milk and it just kind of soaked in for a while.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
so it provides that cocoa element with the sweetness, but it's not like some of the other cereals that just like make your eyes just bug out. You know.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice, nice sweetness level, not overly saccharine.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, so I would say if you're into cold brews, she proclaimed it her second favorite one.
Really?
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
Nice.
okay.
Okay.
Then of course I have to ask, what is your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the one. Oh my gosh, she's got I think it's called the something pancake. Shoot. I'll remember later. Something with the pancake cold brewer. They have it during the Food and Wine Festival.
Okay.
Okay.
And right. But I'll let you know later.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Honestly, like I said, it's doesn't cold brew doesn't really register with me so much.
It doesn't stick.
Yeah. And then after going through Disneyland, we decided to go to the
Breezeway.
what's it called? No, well, we went to the Disneyland Hotel and we had lunch at the what's it called? The place there in the back with the pool.
The Palm Breeze Bar.
The Palm Breeze.
Palm Breeze Bar. There you go.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm brain farting. I was like so worried about the cold brew thing, but we went to the Palm Breeze Bar and we had they have a poutine, and that's something that we enjoy quite a bit. It's a great value. It's I think like I don't know the exact dollar amount. It's like $12 to $15 or something like that. And it sounds like a lot for fries and cheese and stuff like that, but it's a large portion. I mean, we had enough. I mean, it could easily feed 4 people.
Wow.
And so we got that, and then we actually were able to ask for the items separate. So the gravy with the cheese curds and the other cheese elements of the dish, we had it all separated. So we only took put it together the just smaller portions, and then we took the rest home.
Okay.
So that's if somebody that's an option for somebody to consider if they live in the local area or have like a hotel with a refrigerator or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, that tip is going to be irrelevant because they're taking that dish away. So,
they are.
it's something to consider for other dishes that are of similar nature. That you can ask for things separate.
Generally speaking, do you like that Palm Breeze bar, or what's it called? Palm Breeze.
I like that dish. Yes.
Okay.
The only thing that I told you was just like, I don't know. It just really kind of like bothered me was the steak salad that was like $32 or something. Like that.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was just like, man, that's just. I mean, I understand if it's like a Michelin star restaurant, you know what I mean. That's maybe worth it because you're getting a really good cut of steak and all that stuff. But it's Disneyland chefs. I mean, they're not really, highly trained. I mean, they're trained. They're good chefs, but they're not great chefs. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
They're not going to be on any
I get what you
TV show.
mean,
Yeah, they're not going to be on a TV show anytime soon.
Okay.
So as we were walking through downtown Disney, I noticed that they had a soft opening of Earl's Sandwich, and I believe it's fully open now.
Yeah.
But it was kind of interesting. And some of the videos I saw, it shows that they're carrying other pastry items besides sandwiches. So like desserts and things along that line. I thought that was kind of like unique, a unique take. I mean, I'm not sure why they're doing that. I mean, to me, I'll be honest, man, it just tells me that, their sandwiches aren't as like popular as they once were. I don't know.
Okay.
Because they got to supplement their their income with the other items because pastries are high profit margin.
Oh yeah.
And then above hand, go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering, in general, would you recommend Earl of Sandwich?
It's so I would say that if you're looking for a more value oriented meal at Disneyland, I'd say that is a good good proposition right there. They, it's a fair, price, and the quantity of food you get is good, and it's better than some of the sandwiches in Disneyland. I'd say the exception being the Jolly Holiday Bakery.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because their cheese sandwiches and their burrito sandwich is just they're on point.
Okay.
And the unique thing about the second floor of the Earl sandwiches at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, I'm not sure when that's supposed to be opening. I don't believe it's open yet. And it's supposed to be like a steakhouse or something along those lines. And just my hope is that it's better than Hell's Kitchen in Vegas, because I was extremely disappointed with that restaurant. It's like,
oh shoot. Okay.
I mean, yeah, he's on the TV show and all that stuff, and that's why he's extremely popular. And I saw it when I went to London. I saw some of his places there, but we didn't go because of the negative experience we had at Hell's Kitchen. It just he is like offered advice about like, oh, you should prepare your food this way, that way, and I'm just like, bro, go to your restaurant in Vegas and tell them the same thing. It's just like take care of your own house before you tell other people how to take care of theirs. But anyways,
good point.
I mean, he's just he's a personality now. He's not I don't know like to what degree. I mean, I'm sure he's still a great chef, but it just I think that because he's so like spread thin, with all the restaurants and traveling all over the world and being on the TV show, he can't be as attentive to the details of individual restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sure in the beginning that the restaurant will be great, because he's probably going to be there, or at least one of his top lieutenants will be there to make sure that things are executed in proper fashion, but just after, maybe a couple of years or whatever, then there might be a decline. So if you're planning on going and wanting to try the Carnaby, I would suggest going in sooner rather than later. So,
we did hear rumors though that he was there, had been there a few times, that people had seen him walking in and out of there. Yeah, but it's a good question, right? Like that was a good question, was how attentive can you really be? That was kind of my question too, because I know they had like a soft opening. I don't know if it's officially opening either. I haven't heard that, to be honest, but I don't really pay attention, to be fair. But yeah, because it will be, because of the name recognition. A lot of people are going to go. We have a good friend, conductor, who's a big Gordon Ramsay fan. So, and I'm curious, because I like Gordon Ramsay as a personality. Personally, I watch his shows because I find him incredibly humorous. On how he handles his things, but the food quality wise I'm curious, and I've heard basically the same thing. I've heard good and bad from people going to their restaurants. So to his restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
And the price point that we paid in Vegas, it definitely wasn't worth the amount of money that we spent. It was crazy. It was like like a huge waiting line, even though we had reservations, and people were like literally lined up out the door. And after our meal, and my wife and I kind of like looked at each other, and we were like, oh, okay, whatever. And just like the beef Wellington is his signature item, and
I've never had that.
I don't know, man. I've had better ones that, even in Vegas, there's a place is called Joe's Seafood.
Okay.
And they specialize in stone crab and other seafood, obviously, because that's in the name of the restaurant, obviously. But they do have a beef Wellington, and that one, to me, tastes better than the one they have at Gordon Ramsay's, even though that's his signature item. And then one of the other things we got was the sea scallops, which were undercooked. And then we also got a side dish. You guys know what foie gras is?
Yep.
Yeah, foie gras is basically, it's goose liver.
Yep.
It's actually not it's illegal in California because of the a lot of animal rights people kind of don't like the how they sort of stuff the geese to kind of overinflate their livers or
Yeah.
or expand their livers to the point where, it makes the goose sick or whatever. But I like it. It's fine. It's just like the
Okay.
goose is gonna die either way, so I might as well enjoy part of him for myself.
Okay.
But anyways, so that was kind of an expensive item, and we for the first time in my life, dude, I actually sent back a dish.
Wow.
That's how bad it was. It was like the foie gras, but instead of doing something with like a balsamic fruit mix or whatever, it was just like strawberry jam, dude. I mean, I could have gone to Smucker's, bought a jar of Smucker's from the grocery store and just slopped it on the foie gras,
Wow.
and it would have been the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
It was terrible. But anyways, enough of that. Let's go back to go back to Disneyland.
Sure.
Go ahead.
No, so sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, and then we also noticed a new little booth there called Happy Ice.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's supposed to be like a shave ice type thing, but it's not Hawaiian shave ice. It's not a slushy. It's to be honest, it tastes mostly like a sherbet.
Yes.
Yeah,
it looks
that's what it
Yeah,
looks
a bunch
like.
of different
Yeah.
flavors. Yeah, it's too creamy to be a shave ice, and it's not creamy enough to be ice cream. So it's kind of like the in between.
Is it a non-dairy type of thing, or?
That's a good question. I believe it is non-dairy, but I cannot be 100% certain. We didn't really talk to the people because there's the line,
Sure.
and we just wanted to kind of get our stuff and go.
It looks good though.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to know. But it seemed pretty popular. Like I said, there was a line, so that's good. We got it. It was okay.
I
go ahead.
think too, it's supposed to be made with no like food dyes.
Yeah, no artificial. Yeah.
ingredients.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, I think that's one of their claims is that's why they're like, hey, we're a better alternative because we don't deal with any of that.
Right.
Question, Jay. So this third picture of you with the happy ice on the counter, where is this? Is this in that food hall area?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of like near the that little coffee shop or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sip and Sonder or whatever thing was.
Was yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this food hall for
it's
things like
something else
this.
in there.
That you can just go inside and get either air conditioning, or if it's raining or something, you can go inside and eat. And I like that. Cool.
Right.
Awesome.
And then we headed back to Disneyland. We wanted to check out the Pirates of the Caribbean because we were it was, I guess, the first day of that new
Yep.
that new controversial like pirate scene with
Yeah.
the kind of
Yeah.
I don't want to say Hatbox Ghost, but it's kind of similar.
It has that vibe,
effect
right?
In terms
Yeah.
of, right, exactly. And I sent Mark. Unfortunately, my it's dark and my iPhone it doesn't have the greatest video reproduction. So, anyways, but you got the gist of it.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I don't know what you guys think of it. I'd like your opinion first before I weigh in on the situation.
So we've had a few discussions about this. I mean, I'm losing track. Okay, so I will go with from what I've seen that it's imperfect. Placement does feel a little off, but the positive was for me was that they're attempting new tech. They're trying to keep pirates more relevant. The bigger one for me was that even if it goes to B mode, which would be like the skull face, which I've already heard that has happened a few times, that it just the B mode isn't keeping the skull.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away from the general feeling of the room. I'm more glad that they didn't do a huge story shift like when they changed the redhead. That was a massive change to the entire attraction, which still annoys me till this day. So I'm until I see it, I'm on the fence about it. I can see the negatives and the critiques of it, the voice being a little weird, the effect being a little clunky. Okay, get that. The placement is the biggest one that I've heard. Like, it's weird right here. I don't know. But that's my take. Jess hated it, by the way. She absolutely hated it, but I already knew she was. But that's a
Yeah,
whole
she
other
did.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and felt like I need to reserve judgment for seeing it in person. Anytime something gets changed to Pirates, I don't automatically go negative, but I am like, wait, you don't have to change it. It's perfect the way it is. But until I see it in person, I don't really know. I don't really have a strong opinion.
What about you, Mark?
Yeah, so I haven't seen it in person. I've really only seen your video, Jay, and my thought is I'm happy that they're taking chances on stuff. I kind of like that because you're never gonna know how things are gonna work unless you go out there and take a chance. And
Right.
as long as it doesn't change the storyline, and it doesn't appear that it does, my guess is that. This was sort of like a beta version that they wanted to make sure to see how this was going to work. And then there might be another version for Coco later on that we're going to get because we might get some of this tech in Coco. At least I'm hoping we do.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah, but overall, I seem to be pleasant. I'm pleasantly surprised with it, and I'm glad that they didn't announce it. It just showed up. And I love that they're taking chances on that yet. So, but I really need to see it in real time. So that is my answer. It's overall positive, actually.
So, being that I've seen it in person, I would say I like it. The main thing that I was reading, like, why is this so controversial? And according to various, I guess. Theme park writers or whatever experts, so to speak, they are saying that because of the placement where the pirate's at, it takes away some of the mystery of what happens in the next few, the next scenes.
So the placement,
because it's like basically you're, when you're first in the ride and then you see all these skeletons, it's like your mind goes, oh, what happened to all these, these guys? I mean, what was the deal? What was the situation? And them to say, for this animatronic to like kind of be a reveal for what's to come instead of like just going into the next room and then you see what really happened, or at least theoretically that's what the storyline is. And as far as I'm concerned, like those people, like, come on, man, get off your high horse, man. Disneyland already fucked up the ride, man, with the redheaded pirate. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse my language, but I mean, and then her selling chickens, dude. I mean, just come on now.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's just dumb. So, anyways, that's my take on it.
Okay,
love it.
Love it.
So we finally ended our day at Napa Rose, and it was something that we wanted to try because, it's, we enjoy fine dining periodically, and we're kind of excited about this tasting menu. So the tasting menu is for the main dining room, and then if you want like a la carte, then you can go into the bar area, and they expanded the bar area with a remodel, and also they have outdoor seating area as well.
Okay,
and
Jay, can I ask a couple of questions before we get into Napa Rose? And so I'm always curious about restaurants, especially from your perspective. So my first question about Napa Rose, I've never been there. What is the dress attire for Napa Rose?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's in a theme park, so you can go in shirts, t-shirt and shorts if you want. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I got.
Like some other fine dining establishments, like you'll want to go at least, business casual. Things have evolved. Like there's a restaurant in Vegas. It's a famous chef from back in the day. He's passed away since, but his name is Joe Robuchon.
Okay.
And his he's got two restaurants there like next to each other. And one of them is called La Maison, and essentially it's a reproduction of his mansion in France. And for that level of dining, they require you to wear a tie. But that was a long time ago. I have a menu from that first dining experience, and I say it's I can't even remember the years, like over 20 years ago. And so that's what we did, and people were dressed accordingly. And then the last time we were there, I mean, we saw somebody in jeans and some kid who's like in his teens or whatever, and it's just like, come on, man, it just they just want the money, you know what I'm saying? And so
Sure.
they're not as strict about their dress codes as much anymore. I don't know about all restaurants, but that was just a disappointment because that's part of the ambiance, right? I mean,
Sure.
Yeah.
everybody
It is.
paying respect to the other diners, and then the quality level of the food and everything, and it's just like for them to come in like a slob, just disappointing.
Yeah. Okay. So that was my first question on Napa Rose is what is the dress code, and the second, do you find that this is better for like couples or adults celebrating something, or versus like families we just got off the Matterhorn, we're gonna go have dinner?
Children will not appreciate the quality of food at this restaurant the same than an adult will. But at the same time, it's like if you have your family there, what are you going to do? Kick your kid to the curb or lock them in the hotel room? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so they got to have a space for them, right?
Sure.
And so
It is true. I mean, yeah, we're in Monterey right now today, and we did go to a nice steakhouse last night, and we did kind of have a debate anyway between us. And Tim's like, but I really want, like, he was jonesing for like a nice meal, and the kids did fantastic. But
okay, that's good.
It is true. It's not that easy, I guess, to kick them out sometimes.
Right. So, and one of the things that Napa Rose did, what they did to accommodate the children's palate, is like the amuse bouche, which is the kind of like the teaser, or it's supposed to be like a small tasting to prepare you for what's to come in the following courses, right? It's just a kind of like a shot or whatever, or a bite, or something very small. And for the adults, the mousse bouche was an almond grape gazpacho that was topped with the yuzu foam. And for the kids, it was a banana caramel honey hive, and with a little honey jar on the side. So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, because we had a family that sat next to us. So
okay, cool.
And I was like, okay, so you're amping up the kid already, right?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be wired all the way through.
Okay,
no,
so
the kid was good. He was quiet. He was very respectful of everybody around.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
That's
nice.
great.
It's not like did I ever tell you about the time we went to on the Disney cruise, and like the final night of dining, we were with some couple from, I believe it was like Alabama or Arkansas, somewhere in the South, and the little girl, she must have been maybe 6 years old then, and she was just wiry, you know what I mean? And she literally put her feet on the table.
Oh,
and I'm just like, come
wow.
on, guys,
Yeah.
like, can you please control your kid? Like, I mean, the kid was just kind of just ridiculous. Anyways,
yeah, I have a hard time.
I guess I didn't tell you that story.
No.
I might have mentioned it on the Des Geek episode when Tommy and I Tommy and I and Daniel were discussing the cruise and my thoughts about it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds like the parents must have had a rough week in their life.
And it was only like it was a turnaround cruise. It wasn't even like, it was like basically 2 days and one night, right?
Oh, wow.
I'm just like, you can't control your kid like that. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So,
well, and I do think it's important to teach them respect in general.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do.
So, anyway, so we'll go over, the way that the tasting menu works is it has a set dollar amount, and then you get to choose between various courses. So they have 2 beginning courses, then they have the entree, and then you finish off with the dessert. And then it like I said, it is pricey, $188.
Yeah.
So it's not something you're gonna do every week. I mean, unless you're, Mark Zuckerberg or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they have the wine pairings, which is at various levels, and Oh yeah, about the wines, they hit you in the face with the new decor, man. I mean, it's just like wherever you look, you're seeing bottles of wine or things that are associated with wine, and just they want to sell you hard on the wine. I mean, it's honestly, it's a little gaudy, you know.
Yeah.
It just
Really?
Oh,
I
look at
don't
that.
understand. I mean, I understand the profit margin, of wine is really high. I mean, that's, a lot of restaurants, I've watched a lot of
Mm.
documentaries and watched a lot of food series and stuff like that. But, these chefs say, they don't really make money, or at least not much money on the food itself. It's the wine and the other alcohol or whatever that they have the highest profit margin where
Mm-hmm.
they clear the most money.
Yeah.
And that's why at the finer establishments they have a sommelier, person who's been certified, in wine tasting and things like that.
Mhm.
And Napa Rose is no exception. They all their servers are certified sommeliers,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, so.
And when we're looking at this menu and I see the wine pairings, the price,
Mhm.
that's a different wine pairing with each course.
Yeah, so each course comes with a glass of wine. So,
Okay.
and it just a matter the price differentiation is about the quality, the rarity of the wine, that type of
Okay.
thing. And so I wanted to try that out. I actually got the $125 one, the lowest price one. And
Nice.
well,
Okay.
I'll get to that.
Okay. I loved. I gotta say, I know you were saying it's a little bit in your face with the wine, and but I gotta say, I love the decor of the restaurant. It's very warm and inviting to me. I mean,
Yes.
I'm not gonna get swayed into buying these wines, but I can appreciate how the colors are, and yeah, I don't know. I think it looks great, to be honest. Now,
Yeah, well, it definitely vibes very well with the hotel. I mean, it's that crossing,
Yeah.
California Craftsman period.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And one thing I really loved is
that's
I love the
awesome.
outside. The patio area is just
Oh, the
dope.
pictures
I
of the
mean, it's
outside?
just you'll have to scroll down a little bit on
Oh.
the photos when you go
Yeah.
through.
Is
And
that part of the restaurant or is that the lounge part?
no, well, so
Sorry.
that's the thing. I wasn't sure if you had to get the tasting menu or if that was an extension of the bar area.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be an extension of the bar area, but I
Dude.
could be wrong. I didn't inquire with anybody. I was just kind of trying to
Is that a fire?
soak in the
Mhm.
atmosphere and soak in all the new changes that have
Yeah.
It
taken
looks,
place.
dude, the outside looks so good, Jay.
It does.
Yeah, it's and especially,
Oh.
dude. I mean, the sunset and stuff like that. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
time that we went, I mean, it would have been, had I known it was so beautiful, dude. I think I would have opted to eat outside instead of inside the.
Next
Yeah.
time.
But-
Yeah, next time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll visit again. They changed their menus seasonally, so
Okay.
when the next season comes about, we'll see if we're going to be interested
Yeah.
in the menu or whatever the food offerings are at that time.
Mhm. Okay.
So we got there at 5:30. That's when our reservations were for. We wanted to get there at opening. And as you could see by the picture, that there were other people milling about.
Mhm.
Most of the people were there just for the bar area. They want to get their drink on, so that's cool. Whatever. The the seating area, the main dining area, it kind of looks pretty similar to what it was before, the open kitchen and all that stuff. But one thing they do have is like this new counter, and that one is actually an extension of the bar area, and it's sort of like laid out like a sushi counter. You know what I mean, like where the
Yeah.
sushi chefs are and things like that. So I thought that was interesting. They're prepping the meals and things like that. Anyways, back to the main dining area. It was cool. I mean, it was not, I don't know, man. I mean, it's, they changed the furniture and all that stuff. And, but I mean, as far as like the layout is not much of a differentiation from what it was previously. And then let's see here. The bathrooms are really nice. They spruced it up a bit, and they even give you free bottles of mouthwash, which I thought was kind of cool.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
That
So when
is
when you when you have alcohol in your breath or whatever, you want to go back into the park and not get in trouble. Just,
Oh, that's
swig
awesome.
some of that,
That's awesome.
the server, I forgot his name, but he wound up being the like one of the head servers or whatever. So he's very I don't know. I like Mickey. We had a couple of times that we've been to Napa Rose before. We have a server. His name is Mickey. He's from Japan.
Okay.
And he's always cool. This guy, he's he likes to, you could tell he's like in a former lifetime, he might have been a drill sergeant. You know what I mean? And he was nice. He was nice to us, but he's very kind of like very sure of himself. Just definitely got the masculine thing going on, and he's very I don't know, man. I just he was nice, and I didn't hate him, but I wasn't like enamored with him, Like,
Gotcha.
like somebody I'd say, oh yeah, I want to have that guy as our server again. That's probably why I didn't even remember his name.
That's awesome.
Anyhow, then as far as the food is concerned, like I said, we had the moose bouche to start with. That was meh. I mean, it was like whatever. I wasn't overly enthusiastic about it. I mean, one of the things that they had is the grape gazpacho, that they had the skin from the grape in there, and I think that was kind of a mistake. It just kind of, I don't know, didn't really have a good mouthfeel. But and then the flavor of the, I don't know, the almond and grape with the yuzu, so you got the almond flavors, you got the little nuttiness, and then you got the grape, but it's not like an overly sweet grape. It's like almost like a wine grape. And then the yuzu has that citrus element to it, and it was okay, but I think that, there could have been some tweaks made to it. So regardless, we went on to the next dish, and that was let me click on the photo. So the first course for me, I got the fired burnt quail that had the spicy gochujang lacquered with black radish. And gochujang is a Korean spice, and a lot of chefs use it. It's not overly spicy, but if you're sensitive to spice, then obviously you're not going to, enjoy it. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like, I don't know, 2 or 3, depending on how sensitive you are. And it was okay. I mean, it was just, I don't know. It was just kind of, I don't know, man. It's just like, it wasn't like, wow, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It was hard. It's hard for me to kind of articulate, because in my mind, I wanted to love it more, but it just didn't really have all the components together. And so whatever. So I went on to the next course. My wife's first course, I should say.
Oh, that's interesting.
Was the Hirmas crudo with the lime oil, bread crisp, and fennel blossom. And I actually made a mistake. I got this. My wife got the quail, and we kind of shared each other. So, anyways, regardless.
Okay.
This was good. This was, like a dish that you get at some of the fish markets in San Francisco. They do like the Italian. Oops, excuse me for the alarm there. The fish is just like raw sashimi with the other elements involved. The lime oil, was nice brightness.
Oh yeah.
The bread crisp or whatever, and just I don't know. It was okay. I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't like wow, outstanding. And then the next one for the second course, myself, I got the diver scallop juk.
Wow, that's
which is an Asian rice porridge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
I think this. I think it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
The vessel is supposed to be representative of a sea urchin without the spines.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that's what that bowl represents. and even though it's scallops, it's not sea urchin. But regardless, this one had a nice flavor to it. It's just sort of like an Americanized Korean dish, and it was, it was good. You know what I mean? It was again. I apologize for framing in the regard, but it just just kind of spoiler alert. $188 is too much for this food.
Oh,
Okay.
But, I don't want to,
yeah.
But I'll get to my summary at the very end here.
Sure.
And then for my wife, her second course was the Orvia duck breast. So I'm assuming that's some sort of brie or whatever, with a pureed sunchoke, which is an artichoke essentially, and local cherry. The cherry is kind of like it was almost like a maraschino cherry, but it wasn't. It's not quite the same. It's like kind of a in between, like a regular cherry and then a maraschino cherry. So it was a quite unique taste. The pureed sunchoke was okay. I mean, they could have done potatoes. It would have been pretty much the same flavor.
Gotcha.
The duck breast was good. It was, it had a nice flavor to it. The skin was somewhat crispy. It wasn't like a crunchy crispy, but because they put the sauce on top. But I mean, it still had a nice textural contrast. So this is something that was probably one of the highlights of the meal.
Okay.
And then for the main course, I got the John Dory a la I'm not going to pronounce that right. Zerandito, I guess.
Close enough, yeah.
The John Dory is like a fish or whatever, a white fish, and it has the nopal, which is cactus, and with the pine nut mole. And this one, the fish was okay. The nopal, the relish, wasn't so great. The mole was okay. It just, I don't know, man. It's just, again, they're trying hard and they're giving you fancy names and nice ingredients, but it doesn't tie together like some of the other restaurants I've been to before.
Okay. It looks
regardless,
pretty.
Yeah, it does look pretty. And then this one was the main entree for my wife. Sorry, I'm talking on an audio podcast and trying to say, oh yeah, this picture. No.
Yeah.
So the next dish was the Colorado rack of lamb. They call it rack of lamb, but it was only like 2 little ribs. And it wasn't like a full rack of lambs. And that so that's a little misrepresenting the dish, but regardless, then it had a koji cure. Which I guess it's an alternative method of using rice to rapidly dry age the meat, and then little fava beans on the side. This one was good, but I'm like, bro, I can do this myself. You know what I mean? Like, I can do most of the things myself. I just need the ingredients, but this one's very simplistic, and for a restaurant, I would expect something a little more elevated, especially at that price point.
Yeah.
And then following that, for dessert, we had something they call a purple haze budino pudding, which is mulberry sorbet olive oil dust, which I'm not sure how that's processed or whatever, but regardless, it doesn't matter because it sucked. So this is like the worst dishes of the night. It was really off-putting.
Oh shoot!
None of the elements worked harmoniously together. It's just, I don't know, man. It was terrible. That was like,
wow.
We actually filmed, just take it back. We're not going to eat this. So they gave us a different dish instead, which was the Verona chocolate bar with the hazelnut. Oh yeah. So I put down. This was the best dish. I said the other one might have been the best dish. No, this was the best dish. It was very, so they used to, before the remodel, they used during the winter time, they would have they called it the world's best hot chocolate.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It was made with, they made it with this Valrhona chocolate. And man, I tell you, it's like on another level. And for them to put it in this form with a bar and to pair it with the hazelnut praline, it was just it was amazing. It was definitely number one on the hit list.
Wow.
And if they were to sell this separately, if you guys go to the bar lounge or something like that and you see this on the menu, then definitely get it. You got it. You gotta
Okay.
try it.
Okay.
It's awesome.
It looks
Amazing.
really good. It looks really good.
So that was pretty much the
did you talk
conclusion
about
of our meal.
Did you talk about that sponge cake? That one looks good too.
Oh, oops! I skipped over that. Sorry about that. That was the lemon blueberry sponge cake.
Yeah.
It was okay. I mean, it was nice. It was almost like had the texture of like a cheesecake.
Yeah.
So it was a little more dense than a normal sponge cake, and the the cream and the fruit components were nice. I mean, the lemon wasn't overly pronounced, so that was good. It was a nice subtle lemon flavor, and paired nicely with the blueberry flavor as well. So yeah, it was good, not great. Definitely better than the other dessert for sure.
Okay.
100%.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What kind of crust do they have on it?
It's like a graham crust.
Okay.
Or are you talking about the outside, the one at the bottom, or the one on the side?
I was talking about the one on the bottom.
Oh, okay, yeah. And around the side, it's kind of like an ice cream cone, like a sugar ice cream cone.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
And,
yes. Now I see that when I zoom into it.
Right.
Okay.
So overall, like I said, I mean, I did spoil it earlier. I don't feel that the $188 is worth it for this menu. I'd say a more fair price point would be like maybe like $129, maybe $149 at the most. As far as the wine pairings are concerned, I don't know, man. This guy must have gotten borderline C in his class because it wasn't a good wine pairing. Honestly, I was just like, I mean, I've had wine pairings before, and this was the worst one of all the group.
Oh,
I mean, I was like, dude, let me just go to Trader Joe's and I'll get this, I'll get, all the bottles of these wines, you know what I mean, for a lot cheaper than the $125 that I paid, and it would have been better quality wine.
Yeah.
So it was really disappointing. But, I mean, that's why they want you to buy the baller package, the $500 wine. Then you'd be like, oh, wow, that's great. But, well, bro, I'm not going to, dish out $500 for wine, and I'm just an average guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a rich guy. So, like I said, the server, he was, wasn't really the type of personality I felt, he was nice, cordial. He did his job, he knows customer service, but he's more calculated in his presentations than like warm and inviting and, like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 that type of thing. Just, the little mannerisms and things like that. It's just like, oh, here's your food and bye, that type of thing. And, he's just sort of short and curt and yeah. So anyways, so hopefully we'll get a better or different server next time, hopefully better as well. And then one of the things I was extremely pissed off is just like, because this is, I told you $188.
Yeah.
Is like, they had no bread service. They
Really?
used to have bread service at Napa Rose before. I mean, they had these like crisp breads, and they had like little bread sticks, and I think it was like, I'd say at least 4 different types of bread before. And I'm just like, come on, man, like throw us a bone here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's just, like, I don't understand. I mean, for $188, you know what I mean? You're not gonna, lose out much by providing bread.
No.
Right.
Wow, that's kind of strange.
That was extremely disappointing. But it's better than trying to sell bread like they do at the Carthay Circle. You know what I mean? It's like there you have to pay for the bread. You know what I mean? They didn't even have that as an option for this dinner, but I'm not sure if they do on the other side at the bar. But regardless, so that was also a bummer. We're going to give it another shot, like I said, when they change the menu over. If there's some dishes that are enticing to us and that type of thing, we'll go ahead and check that out, and hopefully, have a better experience next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's pretty much it. Go ahead.
I think I'm interested in going to the lounge part and sitting outside with a cocktail and something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. again, I don't know. Maybe you can try to get the outdoor seating area.
That's beautiful.
You'll have to inquire with that. Next time I go, if I go before you guys go, I'll ask them and see what they say, and that way, I'll have an answer for you. And but yeah, definitely that patio area is just like stunning. I was blown away about how beautiful it was.
Yeah.
It was definitely like, we had to wait for Napa Rose to come, come to the conclusion of their construction before we were able to go. But I think it was worth the time that they spent to model the area. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Love it.
So that's pretty much it. And I don't know if you guys had any other questions or whatever.
Well, I asked all mine about this restaurant, and I got the answers that I wanted, so that's good. And I'm glad there seems to be a separate menu for the lounge. And yeah, so this is on my list. To do that part. I'm not as sure about the wine pairing and the sampler thing.
Yeah. The lounge, the exterior looks amazing. I kind of want to go and just sit there, like give me a couple of drinks, and if I can go and just kind of hang out and maybe have something small. I want to be in that space.
Yes.
And the interior looks warm. It's kind of a bummer that they couldn't pair that up and with the food all the way, because the interior also, it's very warm and inviting. And I think that's kind of the whole thing, right? The whole vibe they're going for is just nice, warm, earthy, grounded, inviting, and that completely plays with everything from both inside and out from the picture that I'm looking at. So, yeah, it looks amazing. Kind of a bummer, though, that you didn't get as much out of it as you would hope. Yeah.
Right. Well, other people might have different experiences, but I'm just telling you from my perspective, and I don't want to like poop on it, you know what I mean? And for those that had a great time, but I just and I also have a different perspective in terms of the fact that I've had the good fortune of dining at many fine establishments over the years, and I've gone across the country and tried different cuisines and things like that. So, I have I guess a little more critical eye towards or critical taste bud, I guess, if you will, than others. Some people are just like, okay, well, that's good, whatever, but I sort of break down all the different ingredients in my head and how things are pairing with each other, the flavor profiles, the salty, the sweet, the textures, everything, the whole gamut, you know what I mean? And I analyze it because I like to, I cook myself, and one of the things that I try to do is recreate some of the dishes that we sampled over the years.
Sure.
And so when I like taste something I like, then I sort of like, evaluate everything, then take notes mentally, and then see if I can make it myself. Also, I wanted to mention a couple of other notes that I had. Oh, one of the other things that, so as you guys saw, that there's sort of like a hodgepodge of different international flavors going on, right? I mean, you got the Korean, you got the little Italian, then you got the Mexican, then you got the American, and like kind of the duck breast is an allusion to French cuisine. So it's sort of like all over the place. And, I asked the waiter, I said, when you guys do these menus, you guys all get together like with the chefs and stuff like that, and then discuss like what's going to be on, like presented for the guests and things like that. He says, yeah, we do weekly meetings and stuff like that. And I said, well, I mean, have you ever thought of making dishes that sort of are cohesive, like tell a story, you know what I mean? That's usually what a tasting menu is that the chef is trying to tell you a story about, his take on whatever the cuisine is, you know what I mean? And the guy kind of looked at me funny, and he's like, tell a story. And I was like, well, yeah, that's what Disneyland's about. And I said, it's storytelling. I said, I had the seafood. I mean, yeah, I tried the quail, but I, sample everything. But, my preference is to have seafood, right? So I wanted all seafood, and it's just like, but the final dish, I didn't have that option. I'm sorry. it was not, like I said, it was Italian, Korean, and then like Mexican, you know? And so it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, all be it's like of similar nature. I mean, to do it all like Italian style or all Korean style or, you know, or all Mexican style or whatever, you know what I mean? So it like builds up the story. You know, I mean, you're starting from point A to point C, but this is like, you know, point A to point D to point F to, you know, whatever,
Yeah.
A or something, you know,
Yeah.
just like whatever. But anyway, so that was the you know, that's another reason why I didn't like the waiter so much. And then, you know, I did note also that there's no more whitewater quick service.
What?
The whitewater
Oh,
snacks.
no way.
No way.
Yeah, it's now it's an extension of the Craftsman Grill.
It's just what?
Yeah, it's kind
I
of weird.
did not know
yeah.
that.
Can you still order from there, or is it?
I mean, they have quick service, like a little market area there.
Okay.
But it's not, but it's not technically named whitewater snacks.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I
That was
don't.
weird. They didn't really mention that in like Disney News, Disneyland News. So
No.
Yeah, I don't
I was
think.
kind of like,
I don't think I'm down with that. Okay, well that's kind of a bummer. I'm gonna have to check that out to see what you. Hopefully they still have the nachos there. Maybe, I don't know.
I think I ate there once for breakfast or something like that.
Okay.
But I don't really go to whitewater snacks too much. I know Tommy and his son Chris really liked the burger or one of the burgers there.
Okay.
And so I'm sure it's bad news for them. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
did.
So-
I was gonna say, Jay. I mean, I think you did a really good job with the photos here. So
thank you.
yeah, kudos to you. You got a good talent for that. That's it makes
They may
me.
not have told a good story, but you did.
You did, yeah. I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah, I love the pictures, and it's like, yeah, you did a great job. Was this all on your iPhone or a separate camera or?
No, it's just my iPhone.
Oh, geez. Okay, nice.
Yeah, my iPhone does good pictures. The video, not so much. So, yeah, I don't know why. It's weird. But anyways,
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for spending some time with us, Jay. I know we've gone a little bit longer than you wanted, but definitely shared some knowledge, and I want to go check this place out. And hopefully, the next time we're there, we can all of us go grab a drink at the lounge and sit outside and talk.
course.
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah, man. It's just unfortunately, I don't have a Jack and Coke frozen machine there.
Well,
So.
then I'm
Won't like
out.
it.
Sorry, guys, enjoy it. I won't be there.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you they
And
make a good old fashioned.
by the way, the drink I bought you was I wanted you to try the Captain Morgan's with the Coke instead of the Jack and Coke.
Yeah, no,
so it's a
and
little sweeter profile.
Yeah, and thank you for that, because I never would have tried it. Otherwise, I will be honest, I would have never tried it, and it was really good.
So you would get it again?
Oh, I would get it again, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, instead of just doing a double fisting of the Jack and Coke frozen, I go one and one.
Yeah.
Now I can change it up as we go. Yeah, but it was really different. That's
Yeah,
why I
there you
wanted to
go.
thank you for that, because it was just like it added another piece. That's why when you said you're drinking now, I'm like, all right. Again, I said it before. I'm like, you're not going to say no to Jay when he says you want to drink that. You go like, okay, I will drink that.
Yes, you will.
I will drink that.
I don't offer food unless I know that I've already tried it and I know,
Yeah.
like, it's going to be good. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I was like, okay, thank you. 100%.
Okay, guys. Well, take care. Thank you so much for again having
Bye,
me on.
Jay.
I appreciate it. And
Of course,
hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.
All right,
Thank you, Jay.
all right,
Thanks,
thank
man,
you.
as always.
Yeah, thank you. We will talk
Okay.
soon, brother.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, that was Mr. Jay Bratton spending some time with us, showing us some pictures and some food reviews of Napa Rose. I appreciate this guy a lot.
Oh, to no end. I mean, to no end. I mean, Jay, yeah.
He's like I said, he's a podcasting legend. He's been doing it for a long time, and I know he left the scene for a while, but I'm so glad he's back, and I'm awesome. It's awesome that he's hanging out with us, and very honored to call him a friend.
Yeah, 100%. And like it was, I'll just say it again. I told them before, but I want to say it again that thank you for sending us that message for 250. It meant the world to all of us. You are a great friend, and we appreciate you and thank you for everything. Like I said at 250, and you just like, here you go, 251. You just come through, and here you are teaching us and showing us things that we would have never really maybe contemplated or thought about. And one of the many reasons why I appreciate you, brother. So yeah, I mean, I do want to go have a drink with him. I mean, we'll go.
We will.
I will get through the part that it won't be a frozen Jack and Coke. I'll get over it. But yeah. But thank you, Jay. Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, again, this is another reason why I think we're a little bit different podcast, Disney podcast, other shows. Because we'll talk about prices and churros and things like that, but we love to go in depth with our guests. And Jay's not really a guest; he's part of the LTP family. So when he comes on and he wants to talk about, we're taking a deep dive into the Napa Rose, and I love these things that we can talk about this stuff because the whole theme park this is part of it. And
it is.
So I mean, and hopefully, if you were on the fence about going to the Napa Rose. Hopefully this sways you either direction, whatever that is. But yeah, like I said, this pairing thing's probably not my speed, but I 100% want to go to the lounge and get a drink and something else. Maybe after the park, I mean, or at some point you can go there and get that candy bar dessert and after dinner drink or something like that would be a good way to finish your night. But anyways, again, I love doing the deep dives, and with the food, there's no better person than Jay. So, awesome. All right, so that's going to wrap up episode 251. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon and evening. We do appreciate it. To find out more information about us, you can follow us on Instagram at Leave It Today Podcast and DM us there. We also have a link tree on there that has our Patreon and TeePublic and stuff like that. Or send us an email at info@leavingtodaypodcast.com. And if you want to reach out to Becky, you just send an email to info@leavingtodaypodcast.com, and then she will get it. Yeah?
Yes.
Awesome. Udi, more witty banter. Where can people find that?
You can find me on my Instagram, which is HAXGOALIE. That is where I am me. That page is all me. You can also find me every week on our YouTube channel, Leaving Today Podcast, Leaving Today, the LTP Lounge.
Yes.
The Lounge, which is every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Indy time. You can find me there. And then you can find me on my other show, The Mando Show. We haven't recorded in a little bit, but I keep on pushing like, hey, guys, let's figure this out because there's stuff to talk about.
Sure.
But you can find me there as well.
Yes. And then I forgot about that. Every other week, you can find Udi and I on the Disney Italiano's YouTube channel.
Correct.
So that varies from what day it is. We've done it twice, and it was a Friday and a Tuesday at once. So we'll...
Well, yeah, it's up to him.
Yeah, because he's got a busy schedule, and I know. Go ahead, Udi.
Well, no. I want to say thank you. I don't know if he's going to hear this because I know he comes in and out about listening to the podcast. He's a visual guy, but if you guys, I don't even know if he's released by the time this comes out, that video will be released that we recorded, and I want to take another second to just kind of keep on driving this because it's super important. The community is everything. And to help highlight how important that was, George asked both Mark and I, and we're both completely honored. I'm completely honored by this. I was blown away and surprised by what he asked. He's getting married in a year, a little bit over a year, 2020 and 28, right?
Yeah, June 17th.
June 17th. And he asked us to be part of his groomsmen group. So
no way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He did.
And he did that while we were recording on air. And I was just like, you son of a, oh my God. Yeah.
So we said no.
Yeah. I was like, heck no, man. How dare you do no? Yeah. No, of course we said yes. We're blown away by that. It is an incredible honor that he would include us into such an important, special day.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
And so this is why I just keep on feeling like incredibly grateful. That's why I said, at the top of the show, 250. It hasn't stopped. Like the outpouring, I can't.
The hits keep on coming.
They keep on coming, and that was one of the things I was just like, holy crap, George! Like, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, we will be there, you guys. Like I said, I'm sure it'll be out by the time this comes out. I know it will be, and then you can see our general reaction on there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So thank you, George, for that. That was awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still blown away by that. Anyways, that's a good place to end the show. Okay.
Yeah.
And until next time, we love you. Oh, I just want to say that. Make it weird for your friends. Make it weird for your friends. Tell them you love them. And I'm serious about that. And so we do love you, adventures out there, and we will see you in the parks.
Bye.
It all started with a conversation. See ya.
Great. That was awesome.
Good one.
That only took like 10 tries.
Yeah.
Hang on, sorry, I'm pulling it up.
I'm trying to see.
I'm all alone in the world. There's no one here beside me.
Second time, he tightened it up. He tightened it up.
It was very good.
Yes.
No bed sheets.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I like yelling at you.
God, you're so slow.
Wow, these are smaller than I thought.
That's what she said.
Like white face, with some weird kind of thing, and then has like black lipstick, and then literally like I think he puts black dye in his mouth before.
Oh my gosh!
So and then
that's how I start most of his podcasts.
Right,
so.
and then their other guitarist is the most kind of plain Jane about it. Their lead singer kind of has a little.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?